Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, wherever you are based in the world. My name is Jared Hendricks, and I'm part of the team at Xanders Water, and I'll be presenting this unique and powerful crowdfunding opportunity to you all. So please get comfortable, grab a notepad, and take some notes. Let's begin. Just go through a quick disclaimer. Please note our company is not a registered advisor or broker. The information provided in this presentation slideshow is intended as educational purposes only. Any information offered should not be considered as recommendations or advice. Any figures offered during presentations are for illustrative purposes only and should not be considered as any guarantee. We do not offer financial advice, and you shouldn't either, unless licensed to do so in your area of residence. Only general information is given and should be noted. Please do your own due diligence or seek confirmation from a licensed accountant or financial advisor in your area for compliance in your state country. Sorry about that. So we're just going to go through Alex and Chinedu Ogunka. They're the founders of Xanders Water. So Alex Ogunka, she lives in Nigeria with her husband Chinedu and has many years' experience running businesses and also has a strong marketing and networking background. Alex, originally from Australia, built her first successful business whilst her and her children were homeless. She brings strength, resilience, as well as a motivation to succeed to this venture. This idea was birthed out of her dream to create a positive change in the world, utilizing clean water factories as a tool to fulfill it. Alex sees Xanders Water not only as a business to generate profit personally and for its founding crowdfunding investors, but also as a very powerful vehicle to create change within the Nigerian country through its affordable water and also charity work we will be implementing. From Alex's years of experience, her Nigerian water sachet factory market analysis, Alex is very confident we have the people, connections, business, and local knowledge to deliver a highly successful, profitable business. Chinedu Victor Ogunka, he's the Chief Operations and Marketing Manager. So Chinedu is a native of Nigeria and has completed the university level in economics. Chinedu has many years' experience of running businesses in Nigeria, which included his family aluminum importation business, China to Nigeria. He also has been involved in the startup and running of a large agricultural farm, fish farming, with his wife Alex and their associates in Abuja, Nigeria. Being native to Nigeria, Chinedu brings an understanding of the way a successful business should be operated. He is fluent in the native language, has a lot of business and government connections, which will play a big role with setting up and closing long-term deals for us at Xanders Water. Chinedu is driven and focused with strong leadership qualities both practically and in business. He is always looking at ways to bring better productivity and bringing out the best in everyone around him, including himself. Chinedu's vision for the future is to produce a very strong product line and to make clean water more affordable and accessible for everyone. We at Xanders are highly focused on taking this to the next level in business and develop a strong market presence so that within a few years, Xanders is known as a household name that will be around changing lives for generations. Industry and market analysis. So the water sachet industry analysis. So there is only a current market size in Nigeria of $500 million for water sachets per year. According to research, the use of water sachets is projected to grow at a compounding rate of 8% a year. Right now, there's 213 million people in Nigeria, and they're seeking an easy and affordable way of carrying water. There's the population growth in Nigeria for the past 2 years, which has been consistent for many years before that, is 2.4%. So this is just a continued growth in population. So right now, there's only 21.67% of Nigerians that have access to clean water, which is free from fecal contamination. Improved water sources include piped water, bore water, filtered water, and packaged water from the store. On top of that, 70% of the water at the point of consumption is contaminated, and UNICEF say 117,000 children died due to water-related illnesses. So this research was collected from macrotrends.net. We didn't make this up. So all these analysis points to population growth is increasing, the clean water is not, and so there's more people that are going without clean, fresh water. So how do we change this? And in comes the water sachet factory that we are just about to purchase. So these are some photos. At the end, I'm going to put a short clip of the factory. Alex and her husband has gone through and shown some of the brilliant footage there. So I'll explain all that later. So right now we have a time-sensitive opportunity to purchase a ready-to-go factory, which by market analysis will be highly profitable with the right people managing it. Xanders Water have that part covered, but we need the funds to purchase this ready-to-go factory. That's where you guys come in. Crowdfunding to purchase a factory. Teamwork makes the dream work. So as this bar graph just shows the industry growth in crowdfunding industry, what it's expected to grow. Now I'm going to look at Oculus Rift. This is just an example of a crowdfunding venture where they raised $2.4 million. Now the investors were only rewarded with an Oculus Rift VR headset as a thank you. Sorry about that. Now, 2 years later, they sold their company to Facebook for $2 billion. That's crazy. And none of the investors saw any of that money. They didn't have any equity in the company. And personally, I don't think that's fair. And I don't think you would either. So this is where we're doing things a little bit differently with Xanders Water and the crowdfunding. So phase one, our goal is to raise 220,000 US dollars, which is raised over 3 months. $150,000 US of that needs to be raised in 4 weeks to purchase the water sachet factory. The other 70,000 will be for operational costs, purchase of trucks, equipment, upgrade. We've got a potential to upgrade for to increase production by more than twice what is currently there. It's and marketing. Investors can purchase Founders, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Platinum Plus Founders positions at a heavily discounted price. Phase one Founders will share the investors' profit pool of 15% for the share of this project, and also for every single water factory that is built through Xanders Water for life. Now we're looking at over 38 just in Nigeria. So it's very, very powerful. So the distribution of funds raised, 65% of it will be to purchase the factory, 5% will be improvements and upgrades, 10% for marketing, 3 months operational costs, 10%, and other 10%. Now this is all estimate only, subject to change with the business needs. Let's get to the founders packages. So we'll go through these individually. When I mention percentage share per position, that means that it's equal to the percentage of the total investors' profit pool. So the Founders NFT, there's 100 of these available. The price is 300, and the percentage share of the profit pool is 0.09%. Bronze Founders NFT, there's 63 of these available, $600 each, and it's equivalent to 0.2% of the investors' profit pool. Silver Founders NFT, there's 32 of these available. The price is $1,200 US, and this is equal to 0.45% of the investor's profit pool. Gold Founders NFT. There's 25 of these available. Price is $2,400, and it's 1% share per of the investor's profit pool. Platinum, there's 15 available. The price is $3,600, and it's equivalent to 1.6% of the total investor's profit pool. Platinum Plus, there's 5 of these. They're priced at $6,000, and it's equivalent to 3% of the investor's profit pool. Now, the payments for these packages will be made using cryptocurrency, USDT, TRC network. Currently, we do have a Google Doc form with detailed instruction for payments, so we're all over that. So we're utilizing Founders them as NFTs because this will be a game changer. So our development team will be developing the NFTs and coding the smart contract so that every single founder NFT will be paid their quarterly profit autonomously. So there's just no way of changing that. Everyone will get paid out. No one rorting the system through smart contracts and blockchain technology, which is amazing. Factory turnover and profit projections for the first year of operation. So in the white line, we're looking at, okay, so for one sachet machine, it does 2,500 sachets an hour, 30,000 sachets a day. If we base this off 300 days operation, there's 9 million sachets per year. So currently there is 7 sachet machines in the factory, room for 18 all up, and that's part of this crowdfunding will be to upgrading to 18. So it's very powerful. So sachets per hour for 17,500, and we're going to just skip to the sachets per year. So this will produce 63 million water sachets per year. Now, the next line, we're looking at the pricing and turnover and profit per sachet. So if we sell every single sachet wholesale to the supermarkets, to vendors for 10 cents, this is very conservative because these are being sold in the shops for 30 to 40 cents each. The company turnover will be $6.3 million. And if we look at the profit per sachet, 50%, now the margin is going to be higher because we're just being very conservative. The yearly profit will be $3.15 million. So the total phase 1 investors profit pool of 15% of the yearly profit will be $472,500. So this is allowing for only one 12-hour shift per day, 6 days a week for 50 weeks. Just trying to be very conservative here with our numbers. So let's look at the potential income for a phase 1 Gold Founders NFT basing off of the 472,500 investors profit pool. So the 472,500 will be the profit to be shared between all phase 1 founders. The Gold Founders package costs $2,400. There's 1% of the share in phase 1 investors profit pool for a Gold Founders NFT. So we're looking at $4,725 for the potential profits paid for the year. So this is just under 200% ROI per year for this first project, which is quite incredible. The expansion of over 30 more water factories in 10 years, that's our vision. As a founder, as an NFT founder holder, you share in all future profits from all future water factories. That is insane, as we're going to be going to Ghana and other countries too. So we have a big vision here. And as a founder, you have first priority for other future crowdfunding opportunities with us, including phase 2. And also we're looking at eventually going to real estate and diversifying hotels, whatnot. Big vision. So the distribution of company profit. So let's look at phase 1 investors pool is 15%, which is you guys. Phase 2 investors pool, 10%. So that's another aspect of the water project. That's when we're going to be designing a state-of-the-art and building construction of another prototype of a water factory, which will be used to duplicate every single state in Nigeria and beyond. So that's another opportunity to get more of the piece of the pie. That's a little further down the track. Let's get this operational and profit in for you guys first. Charitable ventures, 20%. Very excited about that. Company profit, 25%. Other, 5%. So these are all subject to chop and change, except the phase 1 and phase 2 investors pool. That's minimum there. So we don't have to worry about that. Xanders Water Charitable Ventures. Now, this is something I'm really excited about. So one of the key reasons why Xanders Water was birthed was to use the business and 20% of the profits to go towards strategic charitable ventures that will create positive impact for generations to come in Nigeria and beyond. There are so many areas that can be improved upon, and Xanders are committed to rolling out and implementing many ventures and long-lasting programs that can be duplicated and rolled out all over the country. Here is our long-term vision and plan. Just going to be very briefly going over some of these things. There's too much to compact into this one webinar. But motherless baby homes. Sorry. So Xanders Water, and the charity, we want to be able to provide clean drinking water to every single motherless baby home and provide food, but also potentially looking at setting up our own motherless baby homes and duplicating that all over the country, empowering children through education, through scholarships, and to help them to stay into school so they don't have to work, because education over there is very key to being successful in the business world and beyond. Employing ex-working girls and widows. There's so many working girls in Nigeria that want out, and Alex, and she's got a vision of being able to help these ladies to come out of that and provide them with training and giving them a job in the factory so that they can earn a dignified income, and also for widows so that they can there's not that burden on them, so they can provide for their families because their husbands aren't there. Domestic violence awareness. Now this comes in two aspects. One, we want to be able to create change in Nigeria. Firstly, to help these women and families through healthcare and maybe helping set them up in places of their own to live if they need to get out, but also education for men, but also we need to educate the young men of Nigeria and Africa and beyond, the early teens, through programs in the school to create change and stop that cultural acceptance of domestic violence, so that when they get older, they can identify that what their dad was like and grandparents, that's wrong. We need to change, and that's where we want to head. So big vision here. In summary, this is a highly profitable, time-sensitive crowdfunding project for investors. There's Founders, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Platinum Plus NFT spots available starting from $300 US. 15% of the profit from all water projects is divided between all phase one investors equally in proportion to what their percentage is. We simply cannot achieve this without you guys. There's quarterly profit payments to investors. This will be done probably first up manually until our dev team can link the NFT. We got to create NFTs, design, and do the smart contracts through the blockchain. We want to do this right for you guys. Water is a basic human right, which only 21% of Nigerians have access to. That is so wrong. Water should be accessed to every single person. And you guys can play a massive part in solving this problem and implementing positive change through our charitable ventures. Lastly, the ripple effect. It's so easy for us to feel helpless and overwhelmed what life is like for men, women, and children in a country like Nigeria. Individually, we can't make much of a difference, but through this crowdfunding opportunity, together, we can leave a legacy in this world, not just financially for ourselves and our families, but through one decision, we can collectively create a ripple effect in a country of citizens that will have a lasting effect for generations to come. Join us, and together, let's change the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. Just want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to and watch this presentation. Lastly, look, get back to the person who shared this video to you. Get a hold of the Google Doc form and lock in the NFT that you're wanting to get. Once again, thanks so much for your time. God bless.